Hey folks, my name is Pravus. Welcome to more Civilization 6 in our Desert Planet playthrough. We are playing as Sundiata Keita of Mali, and I'd say we got about as good of a start as I possibly could have hoped for in this game. We've got some natural wonders, we built a Petra, we've got the Oracle, we've got a really good religion. We're a little bit slow behind the AIs, but I think we're going to be catching up pretty rapidly here. This is a decent start. I really should look up how you pronounce this guy, by the way. Sundiata? That's how Sean Bean pronounces it. And in Sean Bean I trust. Anyway, how else would I be able to start improving more and more of this civilization? Well, we're going to be placing down some of these desert lines, and once I have the civil service up and running, this is going to provide some food to all adjacent tiles. And food is very precious right now, because if I want to get a lot of districts, we need to make sure we get as much food as we can. Difficult to do in a desert, but not impossible anymore. Can I even place down some of these lines over here without messing up the... Yeah, actually, I can totally do that. All right. Just getting a little bit of extra faith production in a few adjacent tiles. That's lovely. Faith is very good for us right now. 175 per turn. I'm going to be able to use this for a lot of stuff, including getting some extra great people, I'm hoping. We do need to get things like these great writers. Remember, we get a lot of benefit from them. It's one of the reasons I also am trying to get some of these theater square districts, even though I know I am losing out on government plazas. And as I get money, let's make sure we are also buying extra traders. I've got some trade routes. That is one thing I'm very good at, and this is one way of getting more food around in our empire. And I even built the Temple of Artemis, for the heck of it. Did I need to do it? No. But I get a little extra food in Timbuktu, plus I get some extra envoys, thanks to my ownership of, I keep forgetting the name of this one, Apadana. That's the one. Just making sure I keep Nazca. Shouldn't I have gotten 2 more envoys just now? Maybe it's only for building wonders in this city. I didn't actually check that. Oh yeah, it is only in this city. Well, boo. Okay, so that's less useful. Whatever. The point is, we got Nazca. I just need to hold on to these guys for dear life. It is so important I keep these guys online. I will also buy mosques where possible. Now we get extra charges as I continue getting things like missionaries and apostles. And I'll just keep converting some cities, all right? It's worth converting as many cities as we can. Do I want to get Magnus? Yes, it is time to get Magnus. I'm going to put you in Kumbai Salah over here, because I want to get the extra food growth as well as better trade routes. If we end up building the government plaza here, and I suspect we will simply by virtue of getting a higher population, I need to make sure that this becomes a really good trade spot. So if we need more food in production, all of my cities will end up trading here. This is the heart of my empire, thanks to Petra. One of the best things about some of these lines is they do stack, by the way. So placing 2 of these over here actually just gave me a ton of extra faith on this incense tile. And in 2 turns, I'll have civil service, and this will become a 3 food, 2 gold, 5 faith tile. Not bad when food is scarce. Like most of the time, I would actually say that probably having things like Nazca is not a very useful city-state. It's just, this is one of the only cases where it actually is really, really good to have. There's my first decent theater square district. Okay. So we will now start producing some extra points. An amphitheater would help with that. I definitely want to get more great writer points. Ooh, Imhotep. Now there's a guy I wouldn't mind buying out. We've got the faith to do that. That's the thing. I can buy out a whole bunch of great people right now, which is hilarious. Do we want to work toward divine right and get the monarchy? Yes, I do. I'd also love to get some of these extra wonders. Mont Saint-Michel is quite good for the martyr ability with your apostles. Plus, you can get extra faith in cities and so on. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I can see that Arabia also took advantage of some of these Nazca lines, hence why they're getting a decent amount of faith. Also, did they go for... I think they may have gone for floodplains. They went for the Ladies of the Reeds and Marsh... No, they didn't. That's production. What did they get for faith here? Maybe something along a river? I don't know. By the way, there's the extra food. Okay, so now all these tiles have improved in their value. Excellent. Let's get improvements for our governor, get some extra growth. All right, so now we have good trade options. And we are converting some of the city-states bit by bit. So Sand Sucks is widely becoming a spread-out religion. I'm going to spend some gold and just buy out this great writer, just so I have it. That also gets me some envoys. And I am going to buy out Imhotep so no one else gets him. He's just too good. And with this next settler, I'm debating going back up here toward Timbuktu, settle in this river, try to get some more of this wonder. Or maybe I should go down toward the Galapagos Islands and try to snag some science, and I think I will. I'm very behind in science, so every little bit would kind of help. Getting my great works of writing means I get extra gold and production in this city. I'd really love to get the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, but I can't unless I have a harbor. And it's very difficult for me to get a harbor right now, given that population is kind of a bit of a cap for me. But I would like to get this. I just need population 10. Ouch. There's really not much for me to build. Isn't this kind of a weird situation? I've built everything I can because I either purchased it or I'm kind of capped out on some population. So all I can really do is just start training up like more units and stuff. Now, I could consider building some preserves. We had talked about the possibility of doing this before. If I were to buy out this tile, for example, and get a grove, I get more value out of these tiles, and that could be pretty darn powerful. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. It might make sense. Or is it stupid? It's kind of the only place where getting a preserve would make sense. It's just, would I prefer to have literally anything else? We haven't got any industrial zones yet, right? Like, if I placed one of these down, I could get some production going, but it wouldn't be worth a lot. Not until I get things like an aqueduct. We could get a theater square, but I wouldn't get a lot of value. I could get a campus, but again, not a lot of value. So I'm kind of wondering if going for either like the diplomatic quarter or the preserve is the right call here. Or we could go for the entertainment complex, but like until I have a bunch of cities clustered, the Colosseum doesn't seem very obtainable. I'm going to try going for the preserve here. Maybe this is stupid, but I think I can make these two tiles extraordinarily good. I did secure another golden age for myself, by the way. Good. Okay, so this means that I can get monumentality as of next age. And monumentality is great for us. With so much faith, getting all the civilian units I want on top of everything else is just strong. We'll steal a copy of cotton over here, bring that back to my capital. So now we have an amenity that otherwise might have been hard to get. It's recommending I sell it. I could, but well, that's a lot of money. To be fair, that is a lot of money. I don't need the amenities. I guess I'll take it. Sell some horses and iron. By the way, does anyone, well, I should buy these. Is anyone willing to sell any of their works of writing? Yes. To me, this is worth it. Again, I get value out of this. They're willing to sell a second one. Hold on. Sure, spend money, place them, get more money. So look how much value I'm getting out of this right now. So that's a lot of extra production, gold, and culture, and tourism all at once. In fact, I may want to split these up between a couple of different cities to get more value. Like, Jenna over here doesn't have very good production, right? So this is a thing we can now start doing, is moving things to the markets I've built up, and boom, we just moved some production over here. I'm just saying, I think this is a pretty smart idea. I think this works. All right, we need to change up our government. We're going to move on to a monarchy. So we are definitely going to be keeping scripture around. This is too good to ever give up. It's super duper strong. And I'll also pick up colonization because I think we're going to get some more settlers. I'll keep the builders going. I want the great writer points and stuff, but I think this is fine. And using some excess faith, maybe we should go ahead and start getting some apostles. These are units with promotions and a lot of spreads. And begin our great religious war against Arabia. See if we can force these guys to convert. Everyone needs to acknowledge that sand sucks, all right? I dream of a terraformed world. Thank you, finally, an eruption. This may sound terrible because I lost some population and stuff, but all of these tiles finally just became valuable to me. Yay! Woo! Proselytizer. Eliminate 75% of existing pressure from other religions in a city. Yeah, that's what I want. Translator, religious spread is tripled. Sure. We're doing stuff over here. We're doing stuff. We're getting around. Now, we should probably declare a friendship with Saladin while we can, because I suspect this guy's going to get a little peeved once I start converting all his stuff. But I don't care. Let's go ahead and place down a farm here. All right, so this becomes a really good tile. I'm actually placing down farms for the first time ever. And every little bit of extra food counts here. That's why I'm going to do this. Let's also settle our new city by the Galapagos Islands. I am going to be immediately buying out one of these better tiles with the fish, which I can improve, so this becomes very, very good. And, what should I build? I mean, I don't really want to get a harbor. I do need to get holy sites still. The problem is none of these tiles are outstanding. I feel like I want the +5 here. This is still the best place to put it, so that's what I will do. I'm going to start building the Kotako Inn over here, get extra faith production, plus some more envoys. All right, Nazca has been converted to the true faith. Let's go spread sand sucks. And even Geneva is now a follower of the true faith. Nice. Let's not forget we should always buy out things like traders and stuff in new cities, and I could also just go ahead and buy things like the monument, which I will. I've got Niter? Where do I have Niter? I must have done something. I have no idea, because I found 0 search results for Niter. Huh. Okay. Accumulating from city-states. Oh. Somebody's giving me some, even though I have no idea what it is. What is this weird black powder you're giving me? It go boom. Oh, that sounds like fun. I'm gonna go ahead and use Faith to just buy out probably another great writer, get those going. We like these. These are solid. What's some other tech that would really make sense for us right now? We still don't even have some basic things like, you know, masonry, the wheel, and so on, but that doesn't feel like it's had a lot of value to me. I do need to get engineering so I can learn about aqueducts at some point. Machinery would make some sense to get. I will want to get military engineering. Castles? No, I don't really see that doing a lot of good for me. Alhambra. I mean, I like having military slots, but meh. We don't have any campus districts, so the university doesn't sound very enticing. And I don't know, none of this seems great either. Banking for sure, shipyards maybe eventually. So I think it comes down to working toward things like banking and printing, and everything along the way is stuff that I know that I want. I guess we'll start working toward engineering and such. That's fine, but like, construction's never going to be useful. What am I ever going to do with the lumber mill? There's not a single forest on this whole dang planet. All right, so I can get a grove here. So if I'm correct, these are now going to get +2 extra food and +2 faith and +2 culture in these tiles. This is a lot of investment just to improve 2 tiles. Kind of wish there was a better place for some of these things, but I think just kind of the shape of this thing, there's not really a lot better. What would have been nice is, you know, if this was a normal game, I'd have a nice natural wonder here, I'd have some hills and some forests, and they'd be beautiful, and I could make this into one super duper good area. Heck, even if I had some floodplains that I wasn't going to work, I could do some stuff with this, especially, by the way, as Ptolemaic Egypt. I'm pretty sure that you can get some really crazy bonuses with floodplains and their appeal, plus groves to get ludicrous amounts of value. But that's just not how it's going to work for me, not this game. Oh, yep, see, Arabia's pretty mad that I am now bringing religion to their world. But you guys need to know that sand sucks! How else will you figure this out? Not on your own, surely. I think he actually may have gone for a religion that has, like, extra pressure range or something. We can check this. Hold on. Religions. What has Islam got? Religious settlements? No, okay, maybe not. Feed the world, meeting house. Funnily enough, by getting rid of their religion, I think we're actually going to start hurting their, we're going to start hurting their food. I'm not like giving them the ability to have crazy good holy sites, am I? Uh-oh. I don't know, actually. I don't know if I want to share that now that I think about it. Anyway, with my next settler, where do I go? Not a lot of point in settling up over here unless I just want to get the iron. Could settle down here for crabs and a couple of other halfway decent ocean tiles, but that's about it. Probably, yeah, better to start moving up this direction. Not that there's a lot of food to be had, to be honest. It's still not great, but we can get more value out of the wonder. I'm getting so many great merchants, by the way. Ooh, trade routes with city-states also gain faith. See, that pairs up beautifully with what I'm doing. Now, in Kumbai Salah, I could go for the government plaza, and that's probably the right choice. I would also love to get a +5 campus up here eventually, but for now, I think the government plaza is the right call. We desperately need to get things like that. Mount Kilimanjaro. Hello. Sure, pass by things like this. Eruption gets low yields. Blah, blah, blah. I don't really care about Kilimanjaro too much. It's a cool mountain. I just mostly am crazed that there's this idea of, like, snow in the world up there. Like, what is this snow? What are you talking about? How'd that get there? There we go. I think I just got rid of the center of Islam. Ha-ha! Sand sucks! Can't get complacent. He's still got missionaries running around, but this should greatly reduce the possibility of their pressure. So, okay, my religion's getting strong. What would make sense, by the way, for our government plaza? The Ancestral Hall is usually what I prefer, but I don't know, extra production towards settlers? How much do I really think I'm going to expand in this particular map? I really don't think we need very many more cities than what I'm getting right now. Might be better to go for the audience chamber. This would mean I get extra amenities and housing in cities with governors, lose loyalty if I don't have a governor, but like, I think that's okay. We're going to go for the audience chamber. And maybe we should go ahead and get Moksha as our next guy. Religious pressure to adjacent cities is 100% stronger. Sure. Where do I move you? Jenna, I guess, so I can get the religious pressure working in the best possible spot. Mostly I just want to have more governors placed since we're going to have the audience chamber. It's just useful. Oh gosh, dang it, I've run into one of those bugs again. Oh, there's 2 units stacked up! I can't move anywhere, so I can't resolve this. It's impossible to end my turn. Hello? I hate when this happens. It's so dumb. Medieval era is ending in just a couple of turns. Thank God. I really, really would like to, stop overshooting on my era score? We've kind of wasted a lot of points. By the way, it looks like Nubia might be killing Arabia right now. Ooh, juicy territory over here. This is the kind of start you probably hope to see whenever you're playing on a desert planet. I mean, there's 4 sources of cotton and floodplains. You won't have a lot of production necessarily, but you actually can grow. Persia, hello. We finally meet somebody else. How are you? You settled right next to Uluru. Well, ain't that nifty. Dang, that's actually pretty good. I'm not saying I'm envious or anything, but I hate you and I wish you were dead. I'm gonna build the Grand Master's Chapel for absolute sure in my government plaza now. That means I'll be able to start buying out some military units using faith, and I'm very, very good with faith. Ooh, looks like these guys are trying to engage in religious combat against me. Okay, that's fine, because I now have the martyr ability on a lot of my stuff, so I'll just get relics if you do kill my apostles. Which is very funny, I think. I also just got a whole bunch of warrior monks. Do I need warrior monks? No. But, you know, technically now I have a military power. There we go. We got the Holy Grail. Aha! The quest for the Holy Grail is complete. I mean, I don't really need it. It just got me a little bit of extra faith in tourism. But hey, it's kind of cool. I am getting a tiny bit of extra value out of these tiles over here now, by the way, thanks to the Grove. So this does work, but it's kind of lackluster, if I'm honest. And finally, we enter into a new era. Oh my gosh. All right, we can stop wasting so much era score. So, do we want monumentality? I think the answer is probably obviously yes. Anything else that will make sense? I mean, yeah, more movement and more charges for all of my missionaries and apostles and so on could be nice, but this just seems better. At least for the moment. It may not be, but it's okay. I do feel like maybe I should try for the Colosseum. Maybe. If I do that, where would I want to place the entertainment district and stuff? We could place them up over here. Oh gosh, I wish I had the mod where I could just like hover right over here and see a range of 6 and know exactly where my Colosseum would work. That'd be helpful. I could affect at least 3 cities if I had the Colosseum over here. I actually don't remember if the Colosseum has to be on flat land, though. It does not say that it has to be in flatlands. So we could do that. It's a very valuable slot gone if I do. What else could I do in my capital that would make more sense, though? Diplomatic quarter, industrial zone. I mean, we don't have one of these yet. I wouldn't get a lot of value, though. If there's any place that's going to do it, maybe it's over here. Let's give this one a shot. Do I want to switch over to a theocracy instead of a monarchy? Yes. I do think that makes sense. More religious strength is good. Also, discounts on faith, which I do use a lot of now. Can use money to go ahead and buy out some more of my engineers, get the wonders going for extra cheap. That's great. Could buy out some more great writers. And I guess I should. We've actually got the most great writing points in the game right now. I could actually just kind of leave this alone and we would get this stuff. It's a question of spending my faith early to just go ahead and pick this up and get the extra production. But I guess I'll hold off for the moment. Hello, Australia. Good to meet you. I actually need to do an Australia game someday. They seem quite fun. There's another relic for the martyr, the robes of the guru. I think it's time we finally get ourselves a campus. We've been kind of looking forward to this for a while. A +5 over here would be great. I'm very behind in science, so anything that gets me a catch-up would be great here. I need to get some universities, blah, blah, blah. We need everything. We need absolutely everything. Good God, there's so many barbarians spawning over here, though. This is actually nuts. I don't like this camp. It's impossible to approach. It's just a death trap as far as the eye can see. Oh, we have access to our unique cavalry unit now, by the way. Special cavalry that replaces the knight, immune to plundering with traders, and also combat victories give me money. Ooh. See, we could do things like this and just go start beating people up. That sounds fun. Anything else I could start buying? Again, I'm looking through my cities, looking to spend my money on stuff. Or save it and just buy great people. Like, we don't have to spend everything, but like a granary, for example, yeah, sure, we should probably go ahead and buy that. Up over here, I imagine we still need, yeah, sure, a monument, a granary, a watermill, anything that helps me grow fast. And then using faith, again, I can buy anything. I can buy military units, I can buy civilian units, it doesn't even matter. What about great people? A great scientist? Actually, that could be worth a lot of science, hold on. I thought I had a really good spot for this, do I not? Maybe not. Looks like 3 is the most I can get. That's still 750 science. That is many, many turns of science. Sure, spend the money. Or the faith. I don't care. Whatever. I think we also just straight out get era score as we do things like that, which is a little bit nuts. So we should definitely start getting things like libraries up and running. The Angkor Wat is done. That means I get a bonus population in all of my cities. Makes it a little bit easier for me to get some more districts. And I would actually love to build another campus right now, because if I can get some universities, we can shave a couple of turns off of printing. Let's go to education, which we should finish pretty much instantly. Thank you. And we got some rollover. I can get anything else in one turn. Banking makes sense. And we also finish up the Hagia Sophia. Okay, so my missionaries and apostles get extra value, more spread of religions. I'm really setting myself up for a good religious victory in this game. I don't know if that was entirely my intention, but that's kind of what we're set up for here. Curtin is willing to give me his works of writing. Thank you. Whoops, he's actually got a lot of them. Hold on. Wasn't expecting that, but worth it. So now I have a load of books. Look at all this value we're getting out of this. We're really setting ourselves up for like a cultural victory as well. My tourism's pretty solid. The problem is all the other players have good culture right now, so it's still only doing so much, but I like it. Let's purchase a bank using faith. Extra gold is going to be great. We can also purchase our university outright. There we go. Boost for astronomy. The biggest problem is any new city I place down takes forever to get set up, which surprises no one. It's just that you have to get to a holy site first, and that's hard to do. We'll purchase a library. We will purchase a university that finishes printing. Do you see why we like money? All right? Money is better than production for us, and it's instant gratification. That is several extra turns of value. Like, what is not to like out of the arrangement? That's my question. Dido, what are you doing sending a settler over here? Hello? I don't think I'm gonna allow you to do that. I'm gonna have to kill you now. Because, like, I've got a whole bunch of warrior monks, you know? These guys are just sitting around waiting for something to punch. And I'm pretty sure you're far away and can't do anything about it. Why can't I place the Colosseum? Must be placed next to an adjacent entertainment district with an arena. I have that. What is the problem? This is probably really obvious. I would have thought it would have to do with being on flat land. That's kind of why I was worried about that, but I don't see anything here that says it has to be placed on flat land. Great. Tell you what, I'll just go ahead and build Kilwa instead. Kilwa is a phenomenal wonder. It's weird to me that I'm actually going for so many wonders in this game, because I didn't intend on that when I started. I actually don't know where the guy's Dido's settler went. It seems to have completely vanished. It was over here, and now it's gone. Where are you trying to go? Are you going around the Galapagos to go settle over in this direction? I don't recommend it. There's a lot of nasty stuff over here. What else should we swap out here? Ra should be a very good card for me right now. I'd get a lot of extra gold, science, culture, and faith, because I have a lot of suzerainty going on, which I do want to continue boosting up, so I'll keep getting the extra influence per turn. A diplomatic quarter would not be a bad idea for me, to be honest. I'd benefit a lot from that. What other great people could I buy out? Great person, ignore closed borders, don't care about that. Culture bomb, don't really care about that. We could get ourselves some artists. That said, I am better at making art than anyone else. Music is the one thing I apparently am not very good at. That's fine, though. Ooh, 500 science for each natural wonder tile here or adjacent. That could be worth spending a fair bit of science or money. Sorry, faith or money. You get the idea. Yeah, I'll do it. Let's just go ahead and grab that guy. So we'll grab him. Where do I go, though? The Galapagos Islands? Maybe. Or we just go up over here and... Well, actually, it looks like it's not... I don't know if there's any way for us to get a full 3 tiles of natural wonder. Maybe there is and I'm missing it, but it looks like the most we'll be able to get is 2. Still, that's 1,000 science. That's many, many turns. Well, okay, 10 turns, 11 turns or so of science. Aha! I found your settler! They are going down by the Galapagos! Let's get our unique cavalry unit. I like the idea of getting some knights who generate more money as I kill barbarians. Charles Darwin gets me into scientific theory, so we now have that for the extra value for plantations. I could go for Oxford, which is very good for what I want. Great scientist points and great works of writing. And Dido, you done fricked up, because I want to declare war on you real quick and steal your settler. You should not have left him out in the open. Big mistake. Mine. Looks like Arabia's mad because I inflicted grievances by surprise warring Dido. I don't mind. That's fine. If I have to kill you, I'll kill you. It's not like you're very strong. I wish I could just buy districts outright using money or faith. That honestly would make my life a little bit easier. And the Renaissance era is going to be ending in just a few more turns. Okay, let's keep getting the luxuries online. Let's get more of those lines down. Let's grow these new cities. Grab another one of these great engineers. I want to finish out probably the Kilwa and the Patala Palace, because that gets me a lot of extra goodies. Taj Mahal, I'm working on wonders everywhere, actually, now that I think about it. And there's the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus being built up, too. I'm actually building way too many wonders. This is bizarre, but I don't know what else to do because my money is buying every structure I can get. And I don't need units because I'm not going to war yet. The point is, this is a weird game. Hi, Cleopatra. How you doing there, chica? It's a very bizarre game. I'm not unhappy about it. It's just weird. And I'm sitting on so many great works of writing. Like, this is pairing up amazingly with what I'm trying to do. Look at all the extra culture production and money we're getting out of this. And this is really not costing me much. I'm very good at making cash. We're already up to another golden age, by the way. And let's go ahead and snag Geneva away from Dido. All right, so if we can get to peace, I can use that to farm out 15% more science. We have the Patala Palace, thank you. Plus, I feel like I need to go for things like Republican Legacy to get the extra amenities and housing. I'm kind of struggling on that front still. And now Buddhism is moving along and starting to cause some problems. If I'm gonna go for a religious victory, I'm gonna have to fight against Nubia somehow. Because she's really going around and just converting everything she can, and it's starting to hurt, because I don't have very good religious pressure, even if I do have a lot of cities. Her population is just better. Now, Phoenicia, I don't think you have any religion at all. So we should be able to spread our faith to you pretty well. Yeah, there we go. We're now converting things during wartime, which gets even more era score. That's a waste, so I'm probably not going to do that anymore for a bit, but cool. We've got a little bit of progress going somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and start training up some units. We've got the money to sustain it. I might need to go on a crusade against Nubia to prevent Buddhism from getting too far along. She's my main impediment. Once I can get her down, if I can take her capital or something, we should be able to start spreading our religion all over the place. I want to leave that open as an option. We're going for basically either a cultural or religious victory at this point. I don't think anything else would make any sense. Otherwise, considering how rough this start has been, our population is actually growing pretty respectably. We're up to a total of 9 cities. We've got suzerainty of a lot of different bonuses, and now that I have Kilwa, by the way, that should be getting me like 15% extra benefit for each of these different types, and more for my religion. So now we're making 500 faith per turn, 350 gold, and we're not on par with all of the AIs, but I would say that my science and my culture have recovered beautifully. Nubia is the only real threat, I think, in this game. But we can beat her, and I've got military strength now. So, yeah, if you can hear a crusade on the horizon, that's because there probably will be one. I think that's a good place for us to end this video, though. I think we're doing really well. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video. If so, hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.